Buddy, what are you doing? Running away from me like that. Ah, well. He's on some kind of mission up there. But today is the first day in I don't know how long that the old sun's been out. We haven't seen that feller in a long time. And also, it's probably about 50 degrees. I'm gonna look up the temperature right now and see. Unfortunately, the day is almost over, but 57 degrees right now. Feels like 55, but 57. So this is one of those situations where I feel like I want to do so many things outside now because it's so nice, but I'll mess around and not end up doing anything other than just enjoying this. But I think we're going to, it's still a little bit wet, but it might be dry enough to run the old Landplane over the driveway. When the ground's soft just a little bit, it's good. That's the ideal time to do it, I found. So we need to get this fired up again. I'm also not convinced that we don't need to put a little air in that tire. She just don't seem like it's up as far as it ought to be. So we'll pull it out of there and make that happen. I don't remember, did we take out, what did we do to this one? I think this is the one that we just, more or less, we let the fluid out and then we painted the rim. And I don't think we dismounted it, did we? Or did we? It's getting awfully rusty, is what I'm getting at, for something that we cleaned up and painted, but I don't know. I'll have to watch the videos. That's part of the good thing about having those videos, is when I can't remember anything, I can just go back and watch what I did. So yeah, we'll see if this will fire right up right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. 1365 little Italian tractor, which has been the Landplane operator. But I think that is eventually going to become Freddie's job whenever we get him lined out where he's easily startable. Ooh. Ooh. She's kind of dry. Okay, that's not a bad thing. It has a leak up here that's been dripping. And I'd say that's what it was. I think we decided that way back when. But we'll get some more stuff, because I have it right over on the other side from when I messed with that combine. I didn't need all of what I brought, so I might even have some right there, but we're gonna see if it'll start up, and then we'll, well, yeah, it ought to start up if it's 57 degrees. I'm gonna make my way around, I think, because I don't think these have any in it. I might be wrong. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's plain water. All right, we'll go around because I have stuff that's pre-mixed over there, so that's what we'll do. I guess we'll just take this while we're at it. There we go. Freddie actually steers easier than this one now, but it's still pretty good. think it's almost out of fuel. So it'll only run another 30 days with that much. She's a little low. Let's shut it off instead of wasting fuel. And I will get the air compressor fired up. We'll air that up. We will top it off with antifreeze. We should have probably checked the engine oil, but it's not knocking, so there's oil in it. That never was a problem. So yeah, we'll get all that, and then we'll see about maybe making some laps with the little feller just to have some tractor seat time on a nice day. There we go. How much mess will we make? I'd say we'll be putting a water pump on this, as it looks like it's been leaking. Okay. So it's not quite a gallon low, maybe 3/4 of a gallon. But in all fairness, I haven't checked that probably since we first got it running. So, you know, and it started leaking last fall while we were harvesting because my cousin said, hey, you got a drip there. And so anyway, we'll sort that out one of these days. And from what I hear, it's a real treat to change a water pump on one of these. Like, we are just going to really enjoy ourselves, you know. There you see it dripping. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, but that is neither here nor there. Until it just blows it all out of there and we can't use it at all, we're gonna keep going. Okay, this is one of those times when everything is just unnecessarily being difficult. Did we take this tire off and put a new tube in it and then put it back on, or did we just let the fluid out? I just do not remember. I think we just let the fluid out and put it back, a new valve stem in it. And that's why it's not staying as nice. But I might be wrong on that. I know this side we had totally off because this is that tire off that other one. And it's got a new tube in it, you can tell. So yeah. Consequently, I'm not totally sold on the fact that this tire might be junk, because when you take it down the road, it's got a lot of hop to it, and I would say this one has just sat too long, too many years in one spot, and it's probably permanently changed its shape. But what do I know? I'm not too smart. We still need to shorten up those chains. Yeah, because see, it really slings it out. This one is the one, so it would be the opposite chain. Yeah. ADD's kicking in. I'm going to walk away from that and probably blow it up, but I don't remember if we had this one moving or not. Did we? I don't think so. So that's on our agenda of things to do one of these days when we're bored, because yeah, it might move, but probably some lubing would be in order. All right, let's say that's good. Probably not, but let's say it is. All right. Oh, gotta put it in neutral. Just let her eat. Really pounds the driveway into submission, so you got to give it a few laps of this every so often, and it works pretty good. much better than it was, but as predicted, it is slightly too wet because I discovered a fatal flaw to my weight design. It slings up stuff on top of them and then plugs this up. So, yeah. And it packs it on pretty tight apparently too. So you got to not do it when it's quite so wet. Otherwise, no big deal. But yeah, it definitely, if you remember before, I mean, you couldn't even see rock in the middle. So it does pretty good. After it rains on it once, it'll be shiny again, you know, like new rock. Oh, this little horse, it just keeps giving. It's really turned out to be a good one. It is puking out a little bit of antifreeze, but I probably filled it too full, and they will do that if you put too much in. Drip out of the overflow, because it's not running hot at all. I mean, it's barely even in the green. So, should be nothing we can't handle here. All right, I think we're done. I just scraped the little bit off of the road that from where I turned around, but I think we're gonna call that as good as we can do right now until it dries out a little bit. But we accomplished something. And we got to play on a tractor, which we haven't got to do for a while. Just noticing our tachometer, the RPMs are working, but is it counting still? It seems like it's been on that 6 for an awful long time. I don't know. We'll just have to remember that. If it doesn't move from the 6, the counter doesn't work on this one either. Yeah. Charging light, oil pressure. We're still good. I think before we go though, just for fun, let's try to start that Deere and see if it fires right up again. Oh, we're rolling outside. Okay. Well, I guess we'll start this back up and put it back in the shed because it rolled out. All right, let's not forget to turn this off, just in case. Seems like the batteries last longer when you disconnect them, and you don't have to worry about them catching fire from wires shorting out. Come on, buddy. There we go. Come on, fatso, get in here. There. All right, turn the fuel on. Let's connect the battery cable. Can I do it from the ground or do I have to climb up there? Might have to climb up there. Come on. That's kind of a bummer because if it pulled out of there, it should go right back in, but it doesn't. There. All right. Everything's hooked up. Throttle, a little bit of choke. Oh, almost. Come on. It wants to, but I think I did something in the wrong order here. There. I didn't give it having enough throttle, I don't think. Before it dies. Probably about right there. There we go. I think we succeeded on this one finally. Shut the gas off and let it run out. About out of gas. So that's happy times that runs the way it's supposed to now, and we finally accomplished something with it, and we can play with it maybe. The only thing left to do to it is that fender. I need to get that off of there because it's got some rust through and needs some welding done to it down there. But if we get that done and get it painted, I think we can call this thing finally done after, what's it been, 30 years? I mean, since I was a little kid, we started this project, and at least he got to see it pretty well finished in his lifetime, so hopefully I can get it all the way finished. But yeah, I think it looks pretty slick for not being my color green, but it is my color green because this has only been in my family and it's gonna stay, so pretty nifty. Consequently, when I was telling him about how I got it to run, he said that's the way it's supposed to be. He said it's always run with just, you know, a half turn of the thing and it was running. Choke it a little and step on it and starts up, goes. And, you know, he said that again, that one time in one winter he got it stuck in the fall and it sat outside all winter long, and in the spring he got on it and started it up and drove it home. And it wasn't covered or anything, you know, which was always puzzling to me why I could keep it in the shed and it was always causing me trouble, but, you know, whatever. Also, he was telling me that one winter, I don't know if it was in the 70s when that huge blizzard came and it was also bitterly cold. It was like 20 below at some point and there was deep snow. It might have been a different time. I don't know, 2 different times, but he had cows at that other farm, and he said this was the only thing he could get to start, and he took it out there through the field, like where we did, what did we do in there this year? The soybeans were in there this year, and he wound around through there because there were snow drifts everywhere, and he just went the lesser way, and then he got maybe not not really even halfway to where the cows were at the other farm there, and then he walked the rest of the way. So I asked him, I said, why didn't you use that 2020 with that loader? And he said it wouldn't start, or he said he would have dug himself out, but he didn't. Couldn't get it started. This was the only thing that would run when it was 20 below. So, you know, hopefully we don't ever have to relive that time, but if we do, maybe I should park it in a way that I could get it out easy, because I might have to revisit that. But I think another thing it had going for it was so much lighter than about anything else, you know, so it could kind of float over the snow. But fun times, reliving memories. But anyway, I don't know if this was much of a video, but you got to see a couple tractors anyway, see a couple of them run, so that's always a good day when that happens. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. That helps out the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment. Tell me that you liked it, or tell me that you hated it. Tell me I'm a moron. I really don't care, but anything that you say helps us out too. So thank you again, as always, for watching, and I will see you in the next one.